Hey everyone, it's me again, Kiana, and welcome welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kiana and I do bookish videos at least twice a week, hopefully more in this upcoming year. So we are here to do my December book haul. It is a lot. I bought a lot of these books myself. I got some for Christmas. I believe it is 15-16 books. Oh, we're gonna do a count at the end. So let's just dive in. One of the books I was planning on buying this entire month was Here's to Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Severo. This is the second book to What If It's Us that follows Ben and Arthur. We meet them in the first book. This takes place, I want to say like a couple years after, where they run into each other when one of them is bringing like their ex-boyfriend stuff to the post office and they end up connecting. I absolutely loved the first book when I read it like 2 years ago, and when I heard that they were coming out with a second book, I was so excited. I absolutely love this cover and I can't wait to read it. One of the books I bought myself for Christmas is These Cursed Carnival and the Other Clementes by a bunch of authors that are in the Rick Riordan universe. So we have 9 stories, one by Carlos Hernandez, one by Roshni Chotsky, one by JC Servants, one by Yuha Lee, one by Kawam, I'm so sorry if I say this wrong, Mabali, Rebecca Roanhorse, Taylor K. Majab, Sowart Kadar, Gracie Kim, and of course Rick Riordan. And it just takes place at a carnival. I don't know, I'm really excited to read this. I saw that it said Rick Riordan, said I needed it. This was one of my books for, I believe, the November Owl Crate unboxing. I'll try to link that somewhere on the eye. I just really wanted it for the tin that came. And this is Dreams Lie Beneath by Rebecca Ross. This follows a girl named Clementine, and she is ready to follow in her father's footsteps to become the warden of Hereswith, because she has studied, you know, the wild side of magic is what she really wants to do. Instead, she must record the townspeople nightmares so she and her father are prepared for the dangers of the new moon. But when her father's domain is challenged by 2 magicians, she is drawn into the century-old battle. I'm looking very forward to reading this either next month or in March. I do want to read this really, really soon, but I'm very excited for this. This was one of the books I had gotten my December Fairy Loo. I'll try to link that up on the eye, and it is Year of the Reaper by Mika Lucier. And in this, we follow a guy named Cass. And after a war that happened 3 years ago, this boy is 18 now and wants to return home and forget the past horrors. But his boy is 18 now and wants to return home and forget the past horrors. But his home is not what he remembers. His castle has become... his castle has become a refuge for the royal court, and they have brought their enemies with him. So between him and a girl named Lena, they now have to find out who is behind the attacks. I absolutely love the black sprayed edges. And this, go check out that unboxing and talk about it more there. I bought 3 Christmas books and I read the 3 Christmas books. One being The Holiday Switch by Tiff Marcello. This follows a girl named Lila who works at I believe it's like a bed and breakfast, and she runs a secret book blog that her parents don't approve of. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. Really didn't enjoy it, but I love the Christmassy aspect of it. I bought Snow and Love, which is a 4-story bind-up by Melissa De La Cruz, Nick Stone, Amy Friedman, and Casey West. I enjoyed 3 out of 4 of these, so this is a keep. And then I bought All I Want for Christmas by Wendy Loga. This follows a girl named Bailey Briggs, and she works at a bookstore, and she is torn between 2 boys, Charlie and Jacob, to give her perfect Christmas romance that she really, really wants and is so desperate to see, that she has seen so many times. Absolutely love this. This was a 5 out of 5 stars. I highly recommend everyone to read this, and this is a keep. I then bought Fairy Tale Volume 10 to continue on with my read of the series. We follow a girl named Lucy who is a celestial witch, and she wants to participate in the fairy guild. She wants to collect all her, you know, keys to have all of them. Absolutely love this. Cannot wait to continue on with the series. I strictly only bought this because it is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it is Curse of the Wool King by Tessanoja Odette, and we follow a girl named Gemma Bluffer, and all she wants to do is leave her past behind and forget the day the scandal broke her heart. But when she's captured by the trickster Fae King, who threatens to hold her for ransom, she'll find herself at the top of the gossip column yet again. Unless, plagued by a purge that will soon claim his life, the human-hating King Elliot would do anything to save himself. And if Gemma can use that to her advantage, she might be able to bargain her way to freedom. All she has to do is help him break the curse. There's just one hitch to do so. They have to trick someone into falling in love with the beastly brooding Elliot. When I read this, it reminded me a lot of A Curse So Dark and Lovely by Bridget Kemmer, which I absolutely love that freaking book. This is a series, I think, or it's like a companion novel with 2 other books. But again, absolutely love it. Love this cover. Like, look at that. Can't wait to read it. This was one of the second books I got in my Fairy Loot unboxing, and that is The Coldest Touch by Isabella Sterling. This is about a girl named Elise, and she is cursed. When she touches you, she finds out how you're gonna die. And she ends up meeting a Claire, who is a vampire, who is tasked with helping Elise master her rare power that she has. And when Elise gets a vision of her brother dying, no, of her teacher dying, she teams up with Claire. They end up getting closer, but Elise can't help but wonder if Claire is the one who is doing all of this. Absolutely love her writing in These Witches This Coven Won't Break by Jenny Billis. We follow a 34-year-old woman named Kate, and she is ready to say bah humbug. The sleepy town of Bexford, England isn't exactly brimming with prospects anyway, and Kate found fulfillment in her career as a designer, and in her delicious side job baking for her old friends Matt's neighborhood cafe. But then her best friend signed her up for a dating agency that promised to help find singles love before the holiday. 23 days until Christmas, 12 dates with 12 different men. Absolutely love the aspect of a blind date. And I want to get more into romance this year, so hopefully this. I then bought Queen Takes Rose by Katie Roberts. This is the 5th book in the Wiccan Villain series that is basically smutty versions of princess retellings, and I think this is Evil Queen and Aurora, or Maleficent and Aurora. This has been leading up so much, like, and literally from like the first or second book we have seen that Malone, who is like the evil queen, wants Aurora but won't do anything to get her, so hopefully I'm correct on that. I then bought, because I want to try a new manga series, The Witch and the Beast Volume 1 by Kursek Satek, and we follow 2 characters: Judea, a feral girl with long figs and the eyes of the beast; Ashaf, a soft-spoken man with delicate features and a coffin strapped to his back. The pair appears one day in town, and that's enthralled to a witch who has convinced the townsfolk she's their hero, but they know better. They have scores to settle, and they won't hesitate to remove anyone in their way. That cover is what drew me in. I then caved and bought Lore Olympus Volume 1 by Rachel Smith. This is the webtoon of Hades and Persephone. Persephone is a 19-year-old goddess, you know, still daughter of Demeter. She is going to college, and her roommate is Artemis, and the only reason her mother has allowed her to go from the mortal realm to Olympus is with the promise of her being a maiden forever. But we all know how that story goes. Absolutely loved it. Gave it 5 out of 5 stars when I read it. Cannot wait for the next installment. And then finally, I bought Lumberjanes Volume 20, End of Summer. This is the final collection of this series, and I'm so sad to say all these characters goodbye. Hopefully we get some like random like collections of all of their like adventures we didn't see. Absolutely loved it. If you haven't read this, I recommend this as a graphic novel to get you started into the series. So I was right. I ended up buying 15 books in the month of December, and I have no freaking regrets. Anyways, I'll be leaving here on the side of me 2 videos you guys should go check out. I try to post twice a week, and hopefully I will see you guys very soon with hopefully my goals for 2022. Bye!